All right, everyone. It is the final game in the Age of Fantasy Skirmish tournament that I played this past weekend. Had a great time. I've won 2 games so far. Let's go into the third game where I face actually Sam, who is our other person. He played in the tournament too, and he brought an absolutely crazy good list of Kingdom of Angels. So let's go into the details. So it's still 300 points. It's just a single objective. This is just a good old King of the Hill. So I would say that the one thing to keep in mind is that in this game, the secondary objective I picked was basically I had to go 3 turns not having an objective. So you are going to notice that the first 3 turns I don't even try to get close to the objective because I have to get my secondary. So that's the only time it sort of forces me to play a way that maybe I wouldn't. So if you're noticing me not grabbing the objective in the first 3 turns, it's because of that. So my list, a marksman with a rifle, 3 hammer elites. I've got 2 bearded veterans with spears, a unit of iron warriors, and a warbear rider. For my opponent, so this is Sam's list, and I'll be frank with you, it's a nasty list. He actually, as a playtest game, we played before the tournament, and he basically just wiped me out on turn 3. So it's a disgusting list. 3 marksmen. So he's Kingdom of Angels. Everyone has regen. So he's got 3 marksmen. He's got 3 paladins with great weapons. He's got 2 paladin knights. 1 has a musician, so he's getting some extra distance. He's got a palace guard that's an ogre with a halberd. And he's got a burning angel with that drop embers. So that burning angel, I'll tell you, is just absolutely disgusting. The drop embers in an Age of Fantasy skirmish is just so powerful. So it's like I said, having played the list before in playtesting, I've not looking good for me. All right, so this is just the setup here. So again, single objective. You'll notice again, like I said, I have to sort of dance around that objective the first 3 turns because I need to get my secondary. This is just his setup here. And yeah, that's just as you can see, I'm sort of basically playing pretty tight. As in all these games, my opponent's usually faster than me, so dwarves have to play pretty tight. But I'm doing the same strategy where I've got my bearded veterans and my iron warriors that are sort of basically protecting those hammerers. Turn 1, I do get to go first, and I just move up my bearded veterans over the hill. I actually tweak that. So I actually tweak that to move it a little to the left. He moves up his ogre palace guard. He sort of he gets in range of my warbear. He's sort of a bait. He wants me to charge that warbear because he's trusting in his def 3 and regen. I then move up my Iron Warriors. I didn't take a picture of it, and then so that's shown below. And then he moves up one of his. He stays outside of 8 of anything charging me, but he does just go ahead and get the hill on one of his paladins. I move up my rifle and I shoot, and I do stun that paladin on the hill. He moves up his crossbow and he shoots, but he misses. Or I think he may hit, and I say basically he doesn't kill one of my bearded veterans. I move up my bearded veterans behind the hill, moves up his second crossbow, shoots, but also misses. I move up then my hammer. So this is just us sort of positioning first turn. He moves up his other. So this is his sergeant crossbow. He shoots, but I think also misses. Yeah, he shoots at my So you can see one of my Iron Warriors are towing on the hill. He shoots him, but that Iron Warrior he's sort of an anti-shooting measure there. Moves up his other paladin, just getting in charge range. I move up my hammer. He moves up his third paladin. So yeah, I know that this army's really nasty, so I'm just sort of counting on good rolls. I go ahead and send my warbear in. Between all my attacks, though, I only do 1 wound. That ogre palace guard's just like he's def 3 with regen, so I only managed to get 1 wound. He doesn't roll great and only does 1 wound on me, so at least I didn't take multiple wounds. He actually sends in his cav, but he does another wound. But even though I am fatigued, he does. I am able to kill. So that's a bit of luck on my part. I was able to kill. I did take a wound on that warbear, but I was able to kill one of his cav. He moves up his angel, getting ready to charge. And then he moves up his other musician guy. So he's just preparing for next turn. Saving grace is that I do get a chance to go first, and my warbear does have 1 wound left on him. So that is good. So this is just a picture. You can see here, I'm not even trying to claim the objective until turn 4. So that's the reason that I haven't been more aggressive there. All right, on turn 2, again, I get to go first, and I have to play big. I have to just, I know that I need to be aggressive. So my warbear, I'm sort of take the maximize where I charge all 3 of his paladins. I auto kill 1, and then I basically split my attacks between the other 2. But I have to devote 1 attack to kill the paladin. So I only have 3 attacks. So I kill 1 automatically. And then really good rolls. I both hit him and he fails both saves for both of them. So I knock them both down. And on top of that, I roll 2 5s and I'm able to kill. So this is a huge deal for me this game, that it's effectively my real bold strategy paid off. This one warbear has killed 3 of those paladins, which is great. He then consolidates back a little bit. Then it's, another really bad roll for him. He charges my Iron Warriors and he drops the Embers to basically finish off my warbear, but he rolls the 1 and he misses his Embers. So that's a huge deal. He then attacks my guys. He rolls terrible on them too. Just some really bad rolls on his part for the Iron Warriors, and then he backs up. I don't think I hit him either though. But that angel, that big whiff was huge for me. So I send in my hammer. I don't think I even wound him. Again, he's got that Def 4 regen, so it's he's still very tough. His crossbow moves up and he shoots. I move up my marksman and I shoot. I think we both miss. He moves up his other crossbow. He shoots. I send in my second hammer. So the first hammer misses. He does 1 wound and then backs off. The other crossbow moves, shoots, but misses. I send in my fatigued. So these guys are fatigued. They go into the power guard. But I think I do a wound on him. And then I back off. So I think he chooses actually not to attack because he wants to kill my hammers, which he does. That's him taking 1 wound. He sends his cav into my warbear and finishes off the warbear, and then just backs off. I send in my bearded veterans into his angel. I do 1 wound into that angel. I think I may miss him. This angel was really tough. And again, he's sort of making up for his rolls that he just rolled great. Like between 2 hammers and a bearded veteran squad, I was only able to do 1 wound on that angel. He sends in his ogre palace guard, so he auto charges and kills 1 hammer, and then he knocks the other hammer down. So he knocks both hammers down with 1 wound. Luckily, he doesn't kill either of them. So that's good. I move up my other hammer just to sort of deal things, and it's just turning into a scrum in the middle. I had some good rolls this turn, but also he had some good rolls in that angel has just survived. I think, I ended up charging all 3 of those units into that angel, and I only did like 1 wound on him. So yeah. Turn 3, so he does get to go first, and so he goes into my bearded veterans, I believe, or he may have gone. Either way, he takes a wound. I'm not sure. I think he goes into the bearded veterans. He whiffs, and then I do 1 wound on him. So at this point, I'm trying to take out this cap. I charge him, but I whiff, and he's fine. He actually chooses not to attack because he wants to go after my hammer. So he charges my hammer and rolls absolutely crazy bad. My hammer survives. And then to add insult to injury, I actually attack him, knock him down, and kill this guy. So that was another really bad roll on his part where my hammer not only survived, but actually killed him. So I just consolidate a little closer. He moves up his angel. He attacks my hammer and kills him, and then he consolidates onto the objective. I move up my rifle and I shoot. I think I miss. So I believe I miss, or he basically makes a save. He moves up his crossbow, shoots, but misses. I charge, my my bearded veteran right there charges and finally kills that ogre and didn't just basically outright kills him. So there, that's just my bearded veterans there. I forgot here. I think another crossbow shot me and knocked me down. So I think that's what happened on that one. But he immediately just stands up. So I think that was one of his other crossbows. I think that his other crossbow shot and missed. But I know one of his crossbows hit my bearded veteran and then did that. And yeah, that's the end of turn 3. He's had some good rolls, but he's also had some key bad rolls. And I've that again, I had some, his angel and his ogre palace guard have survived, but a lot of it, other than those 2 big units, a lot of his other units, he's been having pretty bad rolls. So turn 4, it's very close. So now I can actually grab the objective. I've waited my 3 turns. So I do get to go first, and I charge in his angel. I do 2 wounds. He kills 1 in return, and then I back off. He moves up his crossbow, and he shoots, knocks down my veteran, and actually kills him this time. So yeah, with 1 wound left, I just go ahead and send in the bearded veterans, and I kill him. So, that angel has taken a lot. I then consolidate because I'm trying to block him from grabbing the objective. So now he needs to make a space. Basically, I've created enough space that he's got to kill one of these guys. So he shoots, but he misses. I then move up my marksman, and I shoot, but I miss. And he just has one last chance to contest the objective. He charges my bearded veteran, but doesn't wound him. And that is the end of the game. The Dwarves have won. I didn't think I would do it, but, luck was on my side. So yeah, I won. I technically won the quote tournament. I don't know that I would consider Age of Fantasy to be a really super competitive game, but I guess I did win. And I would say this though, that when you are behind and when you are at a disadvantage in games, you have to make big chances. And I definitely played very aggressive this game. I did things that I probably wouldn't have done if not for me just facing a really nasty army. And when you play that way, you're, ever so often the dice favor you, and so I basically, because I played a lot more aggressive, I was able to win a game that I probably shouldn't have won. But both of us got our primary and secondaries. I definitely would say that luck was on my side, and I definitely shouldn't have won that game. But hey, thanks for watching. You can always play against me on Universal Battles 2. Always interested in feedback. We're really continuing to grow the channel, so like, subscribe, and comment. Let us know what you would like to see. And if you're in Austin, the Austin Alternative Gaming Freaks group. Thank you so much.